Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today I need to show you a really awesome new product which has gone and been revealed over in Japan. This is one that we saw on listings a while ago, and I told you was absolutely coming, was absolutely believable, but we didn't, unfortunately, at the time have any information about it. Well, now we do, ladies and gentlemen, and like I say, although it wasn't technically revealed and official and all of that, it was on the list which we very much believed, and as a fun little side note here, if this is real, I think it is extremely fair to suggest that those other products that were on that same listing are also real. So, I don't know, might be worth going back and checking that video out, because at this stage, again, there's no confirmation, it's subject to change, but it is really starting to look like all of those reveals from before are absolutely real. So what do we have here? We've got the special deck set Zacian Zamazenta versus Eternatus, and it's got kind of new cards. Now you can see from the front of the box there right off the front that although we've got both Zacian and Eternatus, there is clearly a shiny version of Zacian and a shiny version of Zamazenta. And they are shiny versions of the Pokemon V that look very, very much like they should have been in Shiny Star V. We can put these side by side with cards from Shiny Star V, or Shining Fates as it was over here, and you will notice that stylistically they are the same. Which is cool. It's like they've given us a couple of extra cards from Shining Fates just coming along a little bit later, and I, for one, am rather delighted. And these are shiny reprints, right? If you don't like them, ignore them. I, for one, do like them, and I am delighted that they are here. Now, it is important to note these are straight reprints. So the Zacian is just a straight reprint of the Zacian from Sword and Shield. And don't get me wrong, right? That is a phenomenal card. No arguments there at all. They are flat out brilliant, awesome, phenomenal card. It's great. Intrepid Sword lets you draw 3 cards, and if any of them are metal energy, you can attach them to Zacian, though you don't have to. And for free energy, you do 230, and you got things like Metal Saucer to accelerate energy, and frankly, ladies and gentlemen, life is good. These are very, very good cards. Very good cards. The weird thing is, though, this is actually the 4th special version of it. Like, we had regular Zacian V, and that's lovely. But then also in Sword and Shield, we got the full art version of it, and we got a gold version of it. Same card. Then we had that Premium Elite Trainer box that came with a different gold version of the card, though it absolutely was still a gold version of the same card. And now we're getting the shiny version as well. And basically what's happening here is that we've actually got 4 special versions of the exact same card. How weird is that? The answer is extremely weird. Now, the Zamazenta V, again, is just a straight reprint of the Zamazenta from Sword and Shield. The attack for free energy discards a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Meh. It's fine, because the ability Dauntless Shield prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V Max. So it's one of those things where you don't really necessarily need to have a good attack. The good attack doesn't really matter, because if this works, you are just blocking your opponent. They can't do anything. You've got a competent attack, you win. And if it doesn't work, you're getting steamrolled, so it's kind of irrelevant that way as well. So it doesn't really matter about the attack. It's still a decent attack, but it's the ability, right? That's why everybody plays this. And once again, we had the full art version in Sword and Shield. We had the gold version in Sword and Shield. We had the second gold version in that Premium Elite Trainer box. And now we've got the shiny version as well, which literally makes 4 different special chase versions of the same card. You can now play a playset of this Zamazenta V of all different cards And you don't even need to use the regular Zacian V, which I honestly find kind of amusing. Now, the next question for me, and for me this is a really important question, I'm obsessing over this even if you're not. Ooh, does that mean shiny Eternatus? Probably not. Now, when I first saw these cards, I went, well, hang on a second. It is a deck built around Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus. So if we're going to have shiny Zacian and shiny Zamazenta, surely we can have shiny Eternatus. And then I saw the front of the box. And on the front of the box, you will notice that both Zacian and Zamazenta, the shiny cards, are very prominently displayed. And Eternatus isn't. And I think that kind of kills the dream. Which is like genuinely, legitimately a little bit upsetting. I would love to be wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I would very much love to be wrong. But the fact of the matter is, I don't understand why they would put Zacian and Zamazenta on the front of the box and not Eternatus. Now, there is a possibility here that what they're actually doing is leaving it as a surprise. Maybe they revealed the shiny Zacian and Zamazenta and put it on the front of the box to try and sell the product, but they're leaving the shiny Eternatus as a little bit of a treat. I'd like that to be true. I don't necessarily believe it. Now, it's coming out on the 5th of November, which is just over a month from now, and it is retailing for 5,500 yen, which if we convert it into a currency that most of you actually use, I do have some Japanese viewers, and that makes me very happy indeed, but generally speaking, most of you tend to work in pounds, dollars, or currencies like that. So 5,500 yen, we're talking about $49.49, which I'm not rounding because that's too perfect, or about £37, which is rather lovely, honestly pretty cheap for a product like this. Now, what you get is a Zacian V and Zamazenta V 60-card deck, and an Eternatus V Max 60-card deck. So it comes with two full decks, one featuring Zacian and Zamazenta V with these new shinies, and one featuring Eternatus. I really want there to be shiny Eternatus. That would make me very happy indeed. Now, you also get two deck boxes, one featuring Zacian and Zamazenta, one featuring Eternatus. Two coins, one featuring Zacian, one featuring Zamazenta. Why is there no Eternatus coin? Because presumably, right, someone's playing a Zacian and Zamazenta deck in the Zacian and Zamazenta deck box, and now they have a choice of a Zacian or Zamazenta coin. And someone else is playing the Eternatus deck in the Eternatus deck box with a Zacian or Zamazenta coin. Come on! I cannot be the only one that thinks this is a big mistake. Why is there no Eternatus coin? Boo! We've then got some damage counters, a playmat, a player's guide, and then we've got a damage counter case, which I find rather lovely. That is the smaller looking Zacian and Zamazenta deck box, and a card storage box, which is beautiful. Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is amazing, and I think it's brilliant, and I don't understand why there's not an Eternatus coin. It really makes me think like they want Zacian and Zamazenta to win, which I know is how it worked in the video game, and I don't really care. It frankly makes me a little bit sad. Also, in terms of the playmat, I wouldn't get terribly excited. I imagine it is a paper playmat. When you're talking about a kind of $50 product that's already coming with two full decks and shiny cards and two deck boxes and a damage counter case and all of that, having a rubber playmat as well would be over the top. And also, and that's not guaranteed, but a lot of these Japanese products do specifically list them as rubber playmats, and it's not listed as a rubber playmat. I would dearly like to be wrong, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's very safe to assume it's probably not. If it is a rubber playmat, this is an absolute must-buy for me. If it's not a rubber playmat, as I suggest it's not, I'm still probably going to try and buy it. But trying to buy sought-after Japanese products nowadays, that ain't easy, ladies and gentlemen. That ain't easy. The last thing they've gone and revealed here is Hooper, and it is actually just an alternate art version of the Hooper from Darkness Ablaze. So, 90 damage for a single energy, which is, clearly pretty awesome, but it only works if you were on the bench and became active this turn. Otherwise, unfortunately, it's a bit of a no-go. Doesn't actually do anything. It was for a while a really good, highly played card in a bunch of decks, has kind of fallen off fairly significantly. So, something to keep an eye on there. Still a cool card, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's as playable as it once was, and I don't think that's a terribly rude way to put it. Overall, I adore this, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is brilliant. I think this is a really cool set. We've seen in the past these products. Now, we're not going to get this product over here. Almost certainly not. But we will at some point get the shiny Zacian Zamazenta. Exactly how that's going to be distributed to us, I have no idea. I would love to know. I don't. But at some point, you got to imagine we're getting it. Same with the Hooper. There'll be promos at some point. There will be some product therein, or they'll be popped in another set, or something along those lines. Frankly, I'm just happy. I think this is a really cool product. And when cool new products get revealed, Wassy gets pretty gosh darn happy. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this, and I want to know how excited you are for this. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.